Y'all wanted me to watch every way to cook a steak. And I'm looking at every way to cook a steak from Google Foods right now. 25 methods. This dude is unreal. He does different, bro. Deep fry, okay. Iron, car engine, and butter. Car engine. He's cooking a steak on a car engine. All right, Google. If this is even remotely practical at all, you will have won me over. What kind of engine are we working with to cook the steak on? That's
Welcome
what I'm
back to Google
curious about.
Foods. My name is Guga, and today I'm exploring almost every way to cook a steak.
All right, go. Car engine.
To keep this test as consistent as possible, I got the steaks from the same supplier. All of them have the same grading, which my supplier calls them premium. They are basically a choice steak with a better marbling score. So,
yo, how come some of the steaks are like pink and some of them are brown? That's oxidization.
Let's get started. Almost every way to cook a steak. If you are unfamiliar with a ribeye, this is what it looks like. There's always a cap, which covers the eye. The cap is one of the most flavorful piece of meat in the cow. I season most steaks with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And for most steaks, I let it rest for at least an hour so that the salt can penetrate deeply into the meat. The pan-seared steak. Coat the pan with some high-heat oil. I'm using avocado oil.
Bro, low-key, he could be using more oil. I don't know. I've been putting more... Hi, thank you for the prime. 16 months. Welcome back. Lately, when I've been cooking my steaks, bro, I've been putting so much oil in that, and I feel like it helps the crust a lot.
Bring it to medium-high heat.
See, like you see all that gray right there? He didn't get good contact. He didn't get good surface contact. He needs all that oil, and he needs the steak press to weigh that bit down. You only finish it off with butter. You don't put butter in right away. Finish it off like the last 1 to 2 minutes of cooking.
And sear the steak until you get a nice, beautiful.
I'm trusting the process though. I know Google's the goat.
As many times as necessary. Flipping the steak several times will keep it from burning. And instead of getting black char, you will get that beautiful Maillard reaction like this. So flip as many times as necessary.
All right,
Once
Google.
you reach your desired color, set your stove to low heat. Add 3 tablespoons of butter. Throw in.
Damn, 3? That's a lot. Okay, I don't know about 3. Whack, thank you for the prime. 3? 3 is a lot. I add like 1.
In some aromatics, I'm using garlic and rosemary. You can use thyme or many other things. As the butter is melting, it will deglaze the pan. And
all right, bro.
Using a spoon, you want to keep basting the steak. This will make your steak a lot more flavorful.
Yeah,
you want to
3's crazy though, Google. Like, come on.
Temperature
You're the butter,
of 135
butter
degrees
bandit.
Fahrenheit. As you would expect, this is a perfect way to cook a steak. The
all right.
flavor developed by the butter and the rosemary is amazing.
Beautiful cook.
To save the steak.
It's a little more on the bottom than the top, but I think it's from when he was basting it. Beautiful cook.
This juicy is an understatement. Beautiful. It is literally mouth-watering. And the best part, anyone can do this. This is an amazing way to cook a steak. The dishwasher steak.
Nah, man. What are we talking about? The dishwasher steak. How do you go from pan-seared, completely normal, just no inflection in his voice, completely monotone, the dishwasher steak? Y'all have heard of it before. Y'all have seen it before. The dishwasher steak. Y'all already know what it is. Everybody's done it. Sous vide a steak in the dishwasher.
This is an amazing way to cook a steak.
Yeah, I don't know.
The dishwasher steak. After seasoning it, put it on a vacuum bag. Open up your dishwasher and make sure there's no dirty dishes. Put it to start and let it wash for a full cycle. Now, I gotta be honest. As soon as I removed the steak from the bag, it looked exactly like a sous vide steak. So I couldn't help myself but to slice it open. And as I did, it is exactly like a sous vide steak. It is perfectly cooked from edge to...
That's cooked? That shit ain't cooked, Googa. There's no way. Does he have a meat thermometer to prove that that's cooked?
Obviously, just like a sous vide steak, there's no crust. But we can fix that real quick. Once that beautiful crust was put on the steak, I quickly sliced it open, and oh boy.
Yo, is that really the same steak? What the hell, Googa? Perfect cooked. Dishwasher steak.
Boy. This is good. This is a sous vide steak. It is perfectly cooked. And all of us were like, what? This steak is amazing. And I know it's hard to believe, but it is exactly like a sous vide steak. It is juicy, tender, very flavorful.
I mean, it does look extremely juicy, but like...
If I blindfold you and give you this in a restaurant, you would say it was a sous vide steak. This is a great way to cook a steak. The front...
I mean, I don't know who the fuck's gonna do that, but like, all right, Google, getting creative. Gotta appreciate it. He's the steak master.
Restaurant,
Thank you,
would say
Guga.
it was a sous vide steak. This is a great
I wish he got a meat thermometer to show that it was fully cooked through,
way
though.
to cook a steak. The front seared steak.
Like before
Get
he
your
put the
charcoal
sear
real
on it.
hot and sear in both
Front
sides.
sear.
The trick here is to keep flipping. You don't want it to
that's
burn.
pretty.
What
I
you're
like
looking
that.
for is a nice golden brown color in both sides. Once you're happy with both sides, remove it from the heat and
Yeah.
cook it at 225 degrees Fahrenheit until you reach an
This is how I
internal
used to cook
temperature
steaks at
of
high school.
135. As soon as I slice it
That's
up, I
it?
can tell you right away, this is an amazing
That's
way
just
to
how you
cook
grill a
a
steak.
It is juicy and tender. The crust is incredible.
You just go
And
on
as you
for your
can
crust
see,
and
we
then
don't
you
have a
cook
big
through
gray band.
off the
This
direct
is an
heat.
amazing steak. And that's the reason most
Alright,
people in the
Googa.
world cook it this way. The
Oh,
baked
yeah.
steak. Set your oven
Man.
to 300.
Ain't nobody baking a damn steak out here. You better not be. Unless you're doing like the, what is it? The reverse sear?
50 degrees Fahrenheit.
You
in the
sear it, then you
setting
bake it?
and
I've
let
actually never done
preheat.
that.
With a tray and your cooling rack, add your seasoned steak to the oven and let
Or
it
it's
cook
the
for
opposite
30
way.
minutes.
I've never
this
done
is
this,
just
though.
like
I
the
don't know.
reverse seared method on the grill. As you can see, it was
That's it?
perfectly cooked, edge to edge perfection,
He's not
medium
gonna-
rare. But there is no crust.
He's not going to sear it? I don't have a foot, Cam. Quit asking.
So just like a sous vide steak or the dishwasher steak, we have to put a crust on it. If I taste it without a crust, it tastes okay. It is juicy, it's tender, but it's missing something, and we can fix that.
All right.
As I slice it open now, you can tell the difference. Now that is a much better steak. That's what I'm talking about. The deep fried steak. Fill up the pot with canola oil and bring it
This
to
is also
300
kind of insane. I've never thought about skin tag steak. Hell no.
50 degrees Fahrenheit. Get your perfectly seasoned steak and throw it in there.
Deep
After
fry a
7
steak.
minutes, take it out and it has a beautiful crust. Probably one of the most beautiful crust ever on a steak. And it's kind of crunchy and hard to cut. But as soon
That's
as I
just
slice it
overcooked,
open,
though.
it is juicy.
Do
It
you
is
think that would be
very
good?
juicy. And you might think that the steak is oily and it tastes terrible, but it doesn't. This same day, I have quite a few people in my house and we all tried it. And it is a wonderful steak. As you can see, perfectly cooked medium rare.
I wouldn't say perfect, you know. It's a little over, but that's fine. This is the amount of oil you use, Yummy. Don't cap. I only use this much oil. Never mind. I don't use any. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm not trusting him. I don't trust you, Guga. This one you're lying to me on, okay?
Yeah, the edges has a little bit of brown, but the crust is just incredible. And the flavor from
There's
the
no way
Maillard
it's good. There's no way it's good. This is gonna be like gas station fried chicken. Gonna make you feel like shit.
reaction of the crust can't
Liar.
be explained. And to be honest,
Liar.
everyone that tried the steak wanted more. So I had to end up cooking 3 more after this.
He lying, bruh. Ain't nobody want this deep fried steak. Come on. Come on.
This is a great way to cook a steak. Everyone wanted more and more. It is wonderful. This is one of those steaks that you don't want to stop eating. I know it sounds weird because you deep fried the steak, but man, it was good. It was real good. The air fryer steak.
He looks like
Heat up
he's
your
about to have
air
a heart
fryer to the
attack eating
highest
that
setting
shit, bro.
and let it preheat. Once it gives you okay, open it up and throw in the steak. Cook it for 8 minutes. Once
That's
that was
it?
up,
8
my
minutes?
steak was ready.
That's
as I
it?
sliced the steak, as you can see, it was cooking
Oh,
evenly,
hell no.
But as I try it, it tastes okay. It's not an amazing steak, but it's okay. It is missing a crust. It's also not that tender. This is not a great way to cook a steak. To fix it, I
Oh, he
took
was
my
being honest.
flamethrower and put some
W
heat on
Google.
it. As you can see, now it has a nice char. And as I slice it up and give it a try, it is much better. Oh yeah, it's fixed. This method works, but it's not the best. The Caveman
Bro,
steak.
I wish the caveman steak. Yo, this is so many different methods. What the fuck? We're building like big old coals on top of a grill. What is he doing?
Set up big lumps
Kindling,
of charcoal
uh-huh.
and light up your fire. With this method, you really want your charcoals to be white. Once
Yeah,
that's
I
done,
should've-
just add your steak
Oh,
directly
really?
into the charcoal. As the steak touches the charcoal, it will immediately
I
cool
thought
it
the
down.
black parts of charcoal would give you cancer. Did
It
somebody
is
lie to
normal
me?
for the edges to burn. That fat is facing direct heat all the time.
No.
You gotta keep flipping the steak
No,
to ensure that
Guga,
it cooks
no.
evenly. After 15 minutes, it's ready. Once I slice
that
it
bird
open,
flip-flop
this
out of
method
there.
works. It doesn't cook the steak evenly, as some part of the charcoals are hotter than others. But at the same time, it gives a very unique flavor to
How
your
did
steak.
he even like cook this shit to be pink at all? How did he even know what was going on?
The char flavor is intense, in a good way, still extremely juicy, and a very flavorful steak. This is a
bro,
great
it's because it's like he's getting this high grade meat. It's so hard to not have like a good steak product whenever you're using this high grade meat.
Way to experience a
It's
nice
gonna be
steak.
juicy regardless.
And if you have never done it, you should try it. Just make sure you get lump charcoal. Do not use briquettes. If you do, instead of eating steaks, you're gonna eat ash. The panini press steak or George Foreman steak. Season your steak, throw it in, and let it cook for 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
After 8
Again,
minutes,
that's
your
it.
steak is ready. And as I'm slicing the steak, as you can see, it's unevenly cooked. The cap is completely overcooked, but as
That
I'm
shit
tasting
burnt.
it, it's alright. It's not amazing, it's not great, it's not wonderful. It is not a great way to cook a steak, but it does the job. It cooks it fast, convenient, and if you're somewhere that you don't...
Bro is glazing each steak. I wish he would like rate this shit out of 10. But like definitely the vibes on his videos now compared to this is 6 years ago. Back then, he was so much more like serious. He's like very not. I don't want to say he was like disingenuous because like Google don't lie, bro. Google's never lied. He might lie sometimes, but Google don't lie, bro.
don't have access to
But
a
he
stove
low-key
or
lied
a
this whole
grill,
video,
this
'cause
will
there's
do the
no way
job.
these were all
the
good.
boiled steak. Bring your
Yeah,
pot
no, this shit isn't gonna
to
be
a
good.
boil and throw the seasoned steak in there. Once the temperature of 125 degrees Fahrenheit
Nope.
has been reached, remove the steak. As it comes out of the
Nope.
water, it does not look
Bro,
very
that looks like my foot. When I've been in the pool for too long.
appetizing. And when I slice it up, as you can see,
Hell
it's quite rare.
no.
Still gonna give it a go and see how it tastes. And as
Why?
you would expect, it is not good. There's not much
Okay, good.
flavor. All
He's
the
honest.
seasoning has been washed out. It's
That's
still
our goat.
juicy and tender, believe it or not. But there is zero flavor on the steak. It is also very unappetizing to eat. It needs a crust and more seasoning. It can still be saved. Pan fry in a hot skillet with oil. Throw in
Don't
a
try
big
to
chunk of
save it.
butter.
Hey, that
Baste it
crust
as
looks
much
good.
as you can.
Oh
and
my
infuse
God.
the butter into the steak. When I brought it to the cutting board and I
I don't
sliced
want
it
to
up.
eat it still.
Oh yes.
No.
Now we're talking.
Nope.
Juicy, tender.
probably all
It's
watery
missing a
and
little bit
shit
of salt,
still.
but that can be adjusted. It is now a good
Oh.
steak. The smoked steak. Set your smoker to
Bro,
the
he's
highest
probably eaten like enough steak in his lifetime to like of an entire city. Like his meat dealer or whatever the fuck where he gets all of his meat from, that guy's probably a millionaire because of all the steaks that he buys. Probably thousands a month on steak alone.
setting and let it smoke until you reach an internal temperature of 135
Meat dealer,
degrees
bro,
Fahrenheit.
whatever.
And as you can see, it
Meat
does not
supplier.
have a crust, but it's perfectly cooked.
What is
And
this?
as I
Smoked?
take a bite,
Okay.
it is a very wonderful
Don't
steak.
barbecue places do
Smoky
this?
flavor, even the juiciness from the steak has smoke. It is a great way to cook a steak. It tastes completely different than
I'll
charcoal.
die for this
I wouldn't
shit,
mind
man.
putting a nice crust on it, but it's so delicious that it was not necessary. I ended up eating the steak all by myself.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't even care about the crust. The flavor was amazing.
I'm pretty sure a lot of barbecue places smoke ribeyes and then sear them.
The butter steak. Melt 4 sticks of butter and set your
No,
stove to
dude,
medium
you are
low
gonna
heat.
die, bro. This
Throw
is
in your
crazy.
seasoned steak and let
This
it
is heart
cook in
attack
butter.
central.
It has a nice buttery smell that you expect it to be wonderful. And just like if it's not enough butter, baste it a little bit more. Once it's
What?
cooked to an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit,
What?
your steak is ready. And there we have it, the butter poached steak. Not as great looking as you thought, huh? As you can see, there's no crust at all. It just looks nasty. But
Yeah,
I gotta
it
tell you,
does.
it smells good, so we're gonna slice it open and see how we did. And as I'm tasting the steak, oh boy, there's no flavor. The butter has completely washed out all the flavor from the
Too
steak.
much butter.
I'm trying another piece here to see
Don't.
if there's any flavor. There's no flavor. It's edible, but it's not good.
Don't try to
This is
fix it,
just
bro.
a
Throw it
terrible way
away.
to cook a
Yeah,
steak
terrible.
and
Throw it
a
away.
Huge waste of butter. Hashtag save the butter. The broiled
Alright.
steak.
You didn't try to
Set
save
up
it,
a
thank
baking
God.
sheet with a cooling rack and add your seasoned
likes
steak.
it. He ate it
Heat up
twice.
the oven in the broil setting. Put the rack of the oven as close as possible to the heating element. Add your steak and close the door. Keep an eye on it and flip as many times as necessary. I did it 4 times.
Okay.
After 8 minutes of flipping, my steak was cooked. As you can see, it did not get a good crust.
Dude, that does not. If I saw that shit and I was cooking it, I would say, no, that is raw. Put that bitch back in. There's no
Fat
way that is cooked
burned,
through.
But there's zero browning.
Look at
It just
that.
looks horrible. My oven
It's
is
pink
just
on
not
the
powerful
surface.
enough. As I slice it open, it looks cooked. But as you can see, the edges and the
I mean, it's
cap are
smoking.
cooked unevenly. But as I taste the steak, yeah, it's missing a crust. It's not a great steak. So I got my flamethrower and put it to work. Once that was done, I sliced it open, got a piece. Oh yes, much better.
I just
Now it even
can't
tastes like
stand
charcoal. A
knowing what it started from.
little bit of that char made all the difference in the world. Broiled steak, not that good. You're better off making it in the pan. The car
There we
engine
go.
steak. Wrap your
Yeah,
seasoned
here we
steak
go.
in
This is what we
aluminum
came
foil.
for. The
Make
car
sure
engine
to wrap
steak,
it
baby. Let's
several
go.
times.
What kind
You
of
don't
engine,
want
Googa?
fumes from the car into your
V6?
steak. Pop up the hood
Oh,
and
a
add your
Honda.
steak to your engine. And make sure you put it in a place that it's not going to fall off. Close the hood and either leave your car on for a few hours or just drive off.
Oh,
forget about
drive
the steak.
with your steak?
Once you arrive from work, pop up the hood and take it out because it's dinner time. You got to be careful with this one. It's hot. It's real.
He's got to be trolling. Is this April 1st? Is this like an April Fool's video? Like, am I getting trolled right now? No, this is June 12th, 2019. Okay. So why did he do this? Why did he say, put a steak in your car engine and go drive to work? He had to have cooked it and put it under the hood. There's no way.
So hot. Ooh, my nephew almost burned his hand right there. Make sure you use some protective gloves.
I can't believe
Unwrap
it.
the steak, and to my surprise, it's cooked. It looks like it was cooked nicely. But once I flip
Oh, bro, he's a liar. He's a liar. You cooked on an engine before. Leave the steak on the engine for 4 hours. This is how I always cook steak. Okay.
steak, oh,
My bad,
boy,
chat.
we forgot to flip the steak in the car. It was just
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
there the
classic
same way
mistake.
and it was never flipped. Well, lesson learned. As I slice the steak, you can see that one side is still raw. But we got to give it a try and see how it tastes.
He's eating that shit. Yo, how is he not dead? With all the experiments that he's done and he's eating raw meat. He's fucking crazy. He's got like a stomach of steel. Raw dogging engine steak.
I slice the steak, you can see that one side is still raw.
I
But we
can't
gotta
believe
give
it,
a try
Google.
and see
I
how
can't
it
believe you.
tastes. It's terrible. I can taste some weird. There's a funny taste to it.
Oh, yeah,
this
is
is
it like
definitely
emissions,
a
maybe?
horrible way to cook a steak.
Oh, yeah, there's
the
like
salt
fumes,
crust steak.
gas fumes
Unlike
in
the
your
other
steak.
steaks, I only season it with garlic powder and freshly ground black pepper. For this method, you want to use the right kind of salt. This is coarse salt. If you use fine table salt, this will not work. For one steak, I had to use 2 bottles. After adding it to the bowl, just add a little bit of water.
Oh, I've
this
seen
will make
this.
the salt pliable. This is the texture you're looking for. It needs to be moldable. Start off by making a bed so your steak can lie on it. Then cover the
this
whole
one,
thing
and then I've also
with
seen
salt.
the
only thing that you
salt
need
block.
to be careful with is to make sure that you're covering every single piece. I'm setting up my grill to indirect heat at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The salt crust acts as a kiln, protecting and baking the steak. And one of the funny things that happen with this method is that the steak only absorbs the right amount of salt. The only issue with this method is that you don't have a lot of control. You're basically guessing when the steak will be ready. I gave it 20 minutes. Break up the salt crust and remove all of it. The meat already
20
absorbed the
minutes?
right amount of salt. Once I wiped it all out, it was ready for the sear. Sear it hot and fast. And there you have
Alright,
it, the
I
salt
mean,
crust steak.
maybe-
Because you're guessing the time that
Nah,
it would
bro, that
take to
shit
cook
is
the steak.
so
It is not
overcooked.
an ideal way to do it. Unless
Maybe
you break
Googa.
the crust
I don't
and
know,
take the
Googa.
temperature as it's cooking. But for this steak, I didn't. And it's a little bit overcooked. This method works, but if you ask me, I'd rather save money and buy more steak instead of buying more salt.
He loves
the chicken
steak.
fried steak. Season the steak well with
I've never
salt,
had.
pepper,
Yeah, I
and
have.
garlic
But
powder.
like, I've never had a chicken fried steak this fat. Usually, it's like some bullshit meat, and it's all like hammered down, like it's like this thin. Not like a giant prime
Grab your
ribeye.
flour and also season it well. I'm using my barbecue rub. If you want the recipe, it will be on the description.
Thank you,
The
Google.
secret of a great chicken fried steak is to season everything well. For today,
Yeah.
I'm using panko breadcrumbs.
Alright.
And I did the same thing. I seasoned it well with my barbecue rub. Then you
Alright.
want to coat your steak nicely in the egg wash. Take it
That's
to
a
the
big
flour.
ass
Make sure it's coated
chicken
well.
fried
Bring it
steak,
back to the
man.
egg wash. And finish it off with the panko breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Add your cast iron to the heat and fill it up with canola oil. Bring the oil to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and add your steak. Since this steak is an inch thick, the crust will brown faster than it's cooked. So once the crust has a browning that you're happy with,
Yeah.
as you can see,
Then
this
what do
one
we
is
do?
looking gorgeous. Remove it from the oil and put
We're
it
gonna
in
bake
your
it?
oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes.
Alright,
that will
shit.
give you a
W
perfectly
method,
cooked
Googa.
chicken fried steak. And there you have
That's a
it, the chicken
big
fried steak.
chicken fried
oh,
steak.
yes. Perfectly medium rare. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is an amazing steak. As expected.
Yo, I don't know if that's perfectly medium rare. Yo, he says perfectly medium rare when it's light pink and then dark red. I don't know. Listen, he's a little bit. He's all over the place right now. But like the consistency, I could see how it would be hard. The whole crust is falling off. Yeah. I mean, I see that. I see that. That's like borderline rare. Everything is perfectly medium rare. The car is
extremely
medium
juicy and
rare.
tender. But most important,
This
that
does not look
crust
yummy.
is
Don't lie.
incredible. The breadcrumbs combination with the steak is just amazing.
No,
this
Googa.
is heaven on a plate. It's a wonderful way to
He
cook
loves
a
it.
steak.
No.
And I don't think there's anyone on earth that would not like this. So give it a shot. The clothing iron steak.
Oh!
Get your iron and
Clothing iron steak. Hold on, lock in, chat. Here's another crazy one. Here we go. I had to crack my neck. This shit's broken.
That would not like this, so give it a shot. The clothing iron steak.
Oh,
Get your
yeah.
iron and set it to the highest setting. Do not add water to the steamer. You don't want to steam your steak. After seasoning the
Okay.
steak, it's pretty
Just
straightforward.
leave it on?
Just press it down and let it cook.
All
It is
right.
important for you to cook both sides, so make sure you flip. Once you use your clothing iron once for cooking a steak, you can
Damn,
never iron
wait,
your clothing. Once you
whoa.
use your clothing iron once for
That
cooking
crust
a
is
steak,
crazy
you
low-key
can
for an
never
iron.
Iron your clothes with it
Hold
ever again.
on.
From that day on,
He
it
might
will
be
the
onto
meat
something.
iron, no longer clothing.
Okay, like, for the parts that it has contact to, it's kind of crazy.
And as you can see, it works.
He burnt that shit.
It does the job. And there you have it. As I
Okay,
slice
that's-
it open, it is perfectly cooked. And it has a nice crust too. Just like the dishwasher, this
All
was
right.
a surprise.
It's a little
it tasted
bit-
juicy, tender. It's good. It works. The microwave steak.
Towards
After
rare,
putting
a little bit. It's still medium rare, but like it's borderline rare.
surprise. It tasted juicy, tender. It's
Uh-huh.
good. It works. The microwave steak.
Microwave
After putting it in a
steak,
safe
yeah.
microwavable plate,
Alright.
put in your steak and set it to cook for 5 minutes
I've
in the
never
highest
seen this in
setting.
my entire
And make sure
life.
you take an Instagram picture for it. After 5 minutes, 125 was reached and it was ready. And there you have it, the microwaved steak. As you can see,
Oh.
extremely appealing, isn't it? As I'm slicing up the steaks and I look at it,
It
it
looks
pretty
better
good.
on the
It's perfectly
inside.
cooked to medium rare in the
You
middle.
quit saying
Obviously,
that,
there's no
Guga.
crust. It is extremely juicy and it feels very tender. And as soon as I take a bite, oh yeah.
You think it'd be
That's not
good?
good.
Oh,
This
no.
is a horrible
Never
way
mind.
to cook
Nah,
a
he
steak.
ain't fucking with it.
It's still edible. And
I'm
if you have no
delusional at
other
this point.
option,
I
this
can't
is
tell what is
okay.
good and
But
what
let
isn't
me be
good.
clear, it is not as bad as you might think.
Is
You
that
can
all
also
butter?
save the steak
Is
by
that all
throwing some
butter?
butter and getting a beautiful crust. Once that's
Dude,
done, now you can
Guga
see what
with
it
the
looks
fucking
like.
butter,
and you would never
man.
thought that this was microwaved first.
I would think that shit was murdered, like
little bit
roadkill, and
overcooked, but let me tell you, this crust is incredible.
No.
And it tastes phenomenal.
that shit looks like ass. Like I have a tummy ache for days. My tummy gonna hurt. No, that's not the kind of steak I make. Microwave and then bathe it in butter. Eight sticks of butter. Guga love butter. Guga love butter, and he love burnt steak. Rare burnt butter. Look, this is old Guga. Listen, I know new Guga. I've never seen him fuck up a steak. No matter the experiment, he's been on top. All right.
It's very juicy, super buttery,
This is
and it was
early
an amazing
Guga.
dinner for me and my family members.
No.
one could tell that it was microwaved first. As you can see, this part is perfectly medium rare. The steamed steak. Add a bunch of water to your
Okay.
pot, bring it to boil, and add your steamer. Steam it for 8 minutes. As you can see, this is not a pretty steak.
Nope.
It just looks horrible.
That's like an old
very
lady.
unappetizing.
Like a dead
and
old
as
lady.
I slice it open, just as bad. This is one of those steaks that I had a hard time giving it a try. And even my other family members did not want to try it either. But I did it anyway. And it's flavorless. It seems like all the seasoning washed out. Very similar to the boiled steak. Cooking a steak this way should just be illegal. This is just terrible. Or maybe we can fix it
I
by
am not
putting
trying
crust
these
on.
methods,
I'm using this
chat.
culinary torch which did the job. Once I slice it open and try the other side, to my surprise, it did not fix it. I think this is the only method that it's unsavable. There's no beefy flavor. It seems like everything is watered down. It's a terrible way to cook a steak. The reverse seared steak.
Okay,
Once you add
this
the
I
charcoal
know.
to your grill,
This is
take
good.
the heat to
This
250
is gonna be great.
degrees Fahrenheit. Set in your steak and cook it
You
in
just get it cooked
direct
internally,
heat.
and
Once
then
the
you
temperature of
sear it,
125 degrees Fahrenheit
and you go
was
nuts.
reached, it is time
it's
to sear
perfect.
it. As you can see, this steak is red. That is a sign that it was smoked, which gives a wonderful flavor. Next, be sure to keep flipping as many times as necessary. Do not leave it unattended. Once you are happy with the color, it is done. As soon as you slice the steak,
Beautiful.
you tell me. This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of the most amazing ways to cook a steak on
Yeah,
the grill.
W
Because the steak
Guga.
was slow cooked before, it really has a pronounced charcoal flavor. It seems that even the seasoning is better pronounced.
I would eat that.
That is a reverse seared steak. And it is delicious. The salt block steak.
Okay,
The one thing
moving
you
up to
want
the
to
salt
remember
block.
with
I
a
know about the salt
is
block.
that you want to heat it slowly. Do it as I tell you, not as I do. I previously cooked with salt block before.
it blow up?
And I brought it to temperature nice and slow. Now I've always heard that salt block explode, but I never experienced it until today. Now I thought my camera was recording when this
Oh,
exploded,
shit.
but unfortunately it wasn't. But this is the end result. But once you bring it up to temperature, season your steak with anything you want but
What is
salt.
that?
You're cooking on a salt block, dude. Add in your steak and let it cook.
You're cooking on a salt block, dude. What is that? What is that brown shit? Is that pepper? Looks like cumin.
Steak with anything you want but salt. You're cooking on a salt block, dude. Add in your steak and let it cook. And like always, keep flipping it until you get a nice crust. The disadvantage of a salt block is that it cooks it unevenly. And there you have it, the salt block steak.
It's perfectly that looks cooked. Like a diner steak.
It tastes good, but believe it or not, it's missing salt. It needs a little bit of salt. You would think because you cooked on a salt block, it will be very salty, but it's not. This method works, but again, just make sure
salt
you
block.
don't have an exploding
2 out of 10.
bomb. The skewer steak. You definitely don't want to use this kind. This is more for like ground beef. This is good for like small pieces, but not a steak. For a steak, you want to use this kind. This will allow you to flip the steaks very easily as it's cooking and cook them over charcoal.
What are you doing?
One of the great things about this method is that you can easily flip them.
Are you just cooking it on the grates?
You can take it to direct heat, to indirect heat, extremely easy. This method is very popular in Brazil and many other countries. And if you're thinking that because you put a hole on the steak, it will be dry, you are incorrect. This method works great and it has been used for thousands of years.
Haven't had it.
As I slice the steak, you can tell
it's probably
how juicy
fine.
it is. The toaster oven steak. Slice your steak thin so it can fit inside of the toaster oven. Season it well with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Remove the bottom part of your toaster.
You can
if
do
not,
that?
Juices would just
you could remove the bottom of your toaster?
with salt, pepper, and garlic powder.
Since
Remove
when?
the bottom part of your toaster. If not, juices would just make a mess. Add the steaks and put it to the highest setting. Run it through 3 cycles. The cool thing about this method is that you can see what's happening and it looks like it's working. To my
I didn't know
surprise,
there was a
this
bottom
is
part of the toaster, bro.
I mean, honestly, what?
I probably have like 8-year-old breadcrumbs in my toaster. To be real, I don't even use the toaster. But like, I didn't know you could take the bottom off. That's crazy.
Can I tell you? It's not cooking evenly. There's no crust. It was looking
Y'all
great
knew that?
inside of the toaster, but I mean, it did cook the steak. This is just a mess. When tasting it, it tastes horrible. Not good. Don't try this.
Looks like beef jerky.
This is a terrible way to cook a steak. The wine steak. Add a full bottle of wine to your cast iron and bring it to a boil.
Nah, Guga's money's deep though. A whole bottle of wine just to boil a steak? Nah, Guga's moving different.
The wine steak. Add a full bottle of wine to your cast iron and bring it to a boil.
moving
Throw
different.
in your seasoned steak and let it cook for 15 minutes. I must warn you, your entire house will smell like wine. If you're not careful, the wine flavor will infuse into your walls, and it will be hard to remove the smell of wine from your house.
Is he dead ass?
As the steak were cooking, I literally had to walk out. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a smell of wine, but as it's cooking, it is just horrible. And there you have it, the wine
fuck? Looks like somebody's stomach. Like they threw up a stomach.
steak. As you can see, there's no crust. It's basically a boiled steak in wine. Actually, that's literally what it is. And as I'm trying it, the steak is... it's terrible. I can tell you right now, this is the worst way to cook a steak. There's no flavor of meat. There's no flavor of wine.
The worst way to cook a steak.
Out of all the methods I tried, this was the worst. The sous vide steak.
Yeah, we already know this is going to be perfect.
And garlic powder.
We already know.
Once that's done, vacuum seal it. Heat up your circulator to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Cook it for 2.5 hours. Once that's done, remove it from the bag and give it a sear. There's many methods, but today I choose this one. Once perfectly seared, slice it up, and there you have it. Perfectly cooked steak. Sous vide will give you the most consistent steak every time. This is a wonderful steak, and if you have never tried it, you should.
There we have it, almost every way.
Guys, what's the best way that he did it? I mean, it's got to be just the pan sear, right? Or the reverse sear. The worst was the car engine. What the fuck was he thinking, man? Or the butter. I cannot believe he put this much butter. Why'd he put all that butter? Really gonna use all that butter? Why'd he do that, man? Every way to cook an egg? Did Guga do that too, or was that somebody else? Oh, Babish did that? Okay, that'll be next time then. Hey, W Guga Foods, though. Least favorite? I don't even know, bro. Car battery, he's tweaking. Which one did he eat it actually raw? It was the car battery, right? Yeah, car battery, tweaking. Least favorite. Most favorite, pan seared. Gotta be. W Guga, though. Thank you for experimenting, our steak scientist, GOAT. Hey, man, if you want to see more food reaction, leave a like, subscribe, leave a code, YumiLive. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.